Hey, Dion here. Gonna walk you through Super Sunday Storm Anna. Here's Brian. Brian lives in Oklahoma now. Known him for like 10 or 11 years. Nice little top turn. He's improved in his surfing quite a bit. He's riding a 6'4 Potentia. Everybody's on Barahona boards. Everybody, all our crew. There's Katie. Got a little too far out on the shoulder. This is my friend Franco. I've also known Franco for like 10 or 11 years. He's also on a 7'6", same shape as Brian's riding. Board just works. Double wing swallow. There's an empty one nobody saw. Here goes Franco. He was on a tear. He's been doing yoga with Evan too. Getting nimble. Not making that section. Different wave. Do some slow-mo stuff. So I'm working with like a lot. Franco doesn't do formal coaching all the time. He got video for this session. So working with a lot of intermediates about being a little bit too front-footed. So that's one of the themes of this video that I'm going to be talking about is learning to use the tail of the surfboard. Also about waiting a little bit longer to hit those end sections, timing them. Here comes Katie. So see, there's a lot of wave for her to work with. So we want to look for more speed, larger swooping turns. Pressing hard off the tail. Bry's behind her. He could have, again, like built up a little bit more speed before he did that turn. Here comes Emery on a 6'6", same model as Brian and Franco. They got the nice pig dog down. Front foot's a little off place. Working on pressing harder through the tail, but see how they're leaning on that front foot and the arms aren't quite doing the coil thing. I mean, not coil, but like open enough with the legs. Really want to press through the fins of the surfboard, guiding that back foot with the back hand and opening up the front arm and shoulder to swoop around. That was nicer from Katie, even though the wave closed out. A little straighten off. Okay, this is the experiment with the solo shot, shooting at 60 frames per second. It's got me right, like figuring out the little tag, taking some photos. I don't like to have any downtime. I saw the waves were pumping over at the next jetty, and I was like, oh, gotta get in there. So got my new 3mm still blue. Thing is so warm. It's like as warm as a 4.3. Taking out my 5.3 fish. All Barahona boards today. I like this close-up. It's pretty clear at the 60 frames per second. I'm going to critique the solo shot a little bit here. And you can see his set's pumping in right now as I put my leash on, make sure the strap's tight. A lot of closeouts. You can see that wave behind me kind of closing out. I mistimed my paddle out, but I know how to duck dive, so that's fine. So I have it cropped to fill here. I have it zoomed in like after the fact. So you can see it's a little grainy. I'm going to try to shoot 120 frames. The other thing is I have the setting on bottom and not center. I don't know. I was reading some surf websites about do bottom and not center, but I'm going for center next time. Bottom, you'll see the waves end up at the bottom. There's a lot of sky. There's Shane. Nice little closeout. Missed me, duck dive. Obviously I have this sped up so you don't have to watch the full paddle out, but this is a lot of duck diving here. And then I'm just sitting. I kind of like I destroyed the surf with the solo shot, and it was stressful out there just sitting there knowing this thing is running. But I guess I had a little social hour there. I was coaching Katie, helping her get into waves. And one of the cool things that ended up happening that I didn't even know until I went through this footage is Katie's waves ended up on video. Here's my one and only wave really worth mentioning of the solo shot. But this is promising, right? Like if I'm shooting 120 frames or 4K with a better center and that wave isn't a closeout but an actual tube, we could get something cool. Instead, that one just almost ripped the solo shot band right off my arm. Here's more waiting, more talking. There's Evan, Katie, James. Having a little social hour. I was getting frustrated because I knew the thing was running. I wasn't sure that if the 32 gig card was going to run out, and It's going to waste a bunch of footage, but here's this upshot. Katie's not even wearing a tag, and I didn't even know I got this wave. She didn't quite get to her feet, and the wave's kind of tubing, smashing her on the back, but like, this is cool. This is good news that like, you don't even have to be wearing a tag. I just paddle you into a wave, and the solo shot is going to grab you, and we'll see how that works with the centered. So here we are, talking shop again. Where should we sit? I don't know, because we're not in the spot. Here's another one of Katie's waves that we didn't even know. Way better pop-up. Got to her feet. Wave closed out. It was a lot of closeouts, but I like that composure right there. That's super cool. And here I'm out of position again. Wanted this one. Shane was in position, so I let him go. He got a little kind of cover, and guess what? The wave closed out. There were good waves today. There were also a lot of closeouts. And then I'm too deep, duck under, let Evan go. Evan's in position, gets to his feet, just catches that rail. And honestly, it looks like the wave closed out. So maybe we were just all sitting in the wrong spot. It was few and far between at this moment. Maybe it was a weird tide. And here's my last wave where I'm just pretty much fed up with it. And it's another closeout. I give my pump, then I'm just like, yeah, F you. I'm done with the solo shot. Time to go in. But I got some new cards. I'm actually pretty stoked on this footage now. Look what it's capable of. It's capable of that kind of clarity. So, matching my zinc with my wetsuit. Now I'm back behind the lens, and of course the waves got good again. So, just didn't want me in the water. This is James. I really wanted to see him huck a big turn right here. He's got a lot of speed, but he just kicks out instead. There's Brant. This wave is so beautiful, and pretty soon Brant is going to be in that tube. Only wave I filmed of Brant, but he's riding a 6.6. Same board as Emery, the different airbrush. There's Bry. Probably frustrated at the closeouts. Here's Allie. Coached Allie a bunch before. She wasn't in an official session today, but look at that. She waited all morning for that wave. Way to go, Allie. Great patience. Here's Evan on a small one. Evan picked up that board for $150. Evan's my yoga coach. He is the master of the yoga teaching. Pretty soon, everybody will hit Evan up for yoga. All right, so this one is in Katie's vid, and I actually wanted to use this as an example. If she was looking more down the line, so you guys intermediates need to be pumping these sections and seeing that end section as a hit opportunity. So Katie sees this as a closeout, but if you're really looking ahead, you could be pumping, pump, 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 stay high, and ride up onto that coping right there. So it's all about that futural projection, seeing that the wave has the opportunity. Here's Nelson, not in a session. He's also got that 7.6 board, turning a little off the front foot, right? So that's a pretty common thing for intermediates. Now I'm out there. Brian's filming. Thanks, Bri. Just want you to see how hard I'm pressing on that back foot and how that backhand drives around my back foot. This one, instead of hitting it, I decided to kick out. Would love to see more higher kickouts like that. Pumping, so just, you have to press hard. I know I'm on a small board, but all of those boards, see my back foot over the tail, pressing, staying high. I did not want to hit that section, didn't feel I could make it, so I just kick out over the top, paddle back out. Here, bottom turn, a little bit, not too hard. See the thing, like kind of bowl up over there? Cheeky little, not a cover up, and then hit the end there, pressing hard through the tail. Keeping that back hand in line with the back foot. So front side or back side, that's the same. All right, here I'm behind, closer to the rocks. Chest is up high, stay crouched at the bottom, little double pump, up into the lip. Didn't bottom turn too hard. Then I see this shoulder, press back foot, press through the back foot, guide with the backhand. Got a little hung up here. Gonna make it around though. But there's not much on offer at the end of it. I can't get fast enough to speed up to that sweet little right coming at me. Wave's just over. Inside waves, so this was my strategy, was just go for everything. I was frothing after closeout session. Here's again, staying on the tail, being patient, pressing that tail, waiting for the wave, and then when it hits the sand, just putting the gas on, generating the speed so that you can have it to do the turns. You need speed to do turns. And our waves are good, but sometimes you have to really have speed. This was just funny. I don't know who that guy is. I just thought it was funny. Little pearl. All right, in early here. Chest up, eyes down the line, feet hit. I should be doing turns, but I just want to get tubes so bad. So get a little cover up, head dip, press, light bottom turn. Little hook in the pocket. So you don't need to put everything in the bottom turn. You just want to baby it. Pressing hard enough. Here's a little soul arch. Just love the view of that wave. Then it did not tube for me the way I wanted it to. Look at how I'm just pressing gently but firmly off the bottom. Then I hold myself. Again, just want this little vision. Not quite covered up, but fun. Another one. I was a little wave hoggy this session. Sorry, Franco. Again, just pressing off the bottom, getting to that little higher point, trying to get out to have enough space to wrap around, just trying to get enough speed. Then I hit it, open those shoulders up, follow through with the backhand, hit that little whitewater. Hood was way too much. Temperature was all over the place this day. Relief. Back out, no hood. Found this little inside wedger. Take off at an angle. Stay in the little crouch. And then use that speed out of the pocket to hook one. That's all the wave had in it. Too bad Bri missed the entry in that one. Made it out though. Benefits of wearing a leash. You can do that. Then pulling through the back of tubes. That's a real thing too. Would love to see people doing that. Now I'm on my 5.6. Same model as Emery and Brandt. Found a non-closeout wave. Little hit. Wave was kind of funky. Here's another one. Nice little angle takeoff. Looking down the line. Again, just staying compressed over the back foot. See, I'm searching for that tail pad. Little check turn. See if there's anything more. Into a little cutback. The wave had a bump. And then it's good to just give up sometimes. Don't force through turns that are funky. This will be the last one of me on the shortboard. Make sure I didn't burn anybody. Get up on that higher line. Our waves go fast sometimes. Again, you got to get the speed. Up on the higher line, pressing through the tail. Not too hard of a bottom turn again. Just precise enough to get the little hit. Give up when it closes out. All right, nighttime session with Bonnie. Stay tuned for the oyster catchers. Here they are. Here goes Bon. Set wave. There was some swell left over. Light was incredible. This little right had a few moments. Beach was pretty packed. People doing dangerous things on the jetty. Bon in the light, saving the tail, saving the tail. She's got it, she's got it. No. There's a little wave. This is Bon's spectacular golden light El Rolo. Happens to the best of us. Maybe not in such good light all of the time. This is the last wave of the video and the session. Bon's pressing hard through her feet. Ends it on a high note. Great day, everybody.